Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Social Science, 5th Standard 7, Geography, Chapter 19, Human Settlements. Now let's see what is settlement. Settlement is nothing but any form of human habitation, even if it's a single dwelling or in a group, where people live together in a cluster. Now, amongst all the human species or living species, if you see, humans have evolved and widespread in the biological environment. Good instincts and intelligence have made them to use all the opportunities of settlement and all the resources as well. Now, let us see what is the basic idea of selecting a particular settlement. Now, they check upon whether the topography is fine for them, check the availability of water, whether the soil is fertile for the agriculture, and the climate is favorable, and also they also check the trade potentiality of the place. Apart from this, we'll see what are the settlements apart from these. They're based on the size, pattern, and as well as the shape. Now let us see what are the two different types of settlements. They are rural and urban. Now if you see why we have divided them into two is because of the way we have settled ourselves. Now rural administration, rural settlement, if you see, people who live in the villages and their primary activities are fishing, agriculture and cottage industry. The population of the rural industries settlements are very small, and how we can classify them into different patterns. Now circular pattern, the first circular pattern says that people who live in and around the pond or a river in a circular format, and this settlement is called circular pattern. And people will live in a cluster in a different shapes like that which form a star is also called radial settlement. And linear settlement is a narrow line where people try to live near the railway tracks or on the roads. And next comes the dispersed settlement, which is a scattered settlement. And then finally we come to nucleated settlement, which is a very compact. People select a particular place and live together. And now we will move on to urban settlement. Urban settlement, if you see, is very bigger in size compared to the rural settlement. And people here are involved in different activities. Now, number one is administrative town. People who live in administrative town, they indulge themselves in activities which relate to the governance and the administration. And let's move on to the next, that is marketing and trading. Marketing and trading towns where people involve themselves in trading in large number. And defense towns are meant for the security and for the defense. And very best example for defense is Maho in India. And mining towns are where mines are there in this particular places, where industries are there, where mining activities happen in large number. Now, industrial town are the towns where industries are set up in large number, where people come here and attracted to these industrial town because of lots of employment are there in these towns. Now, collection centers, activities like fishing, mining are happening in these towns. People come here for the collection, and raw materials are brought here, and these raw materials are converted into fine products. And cultural and educational centers, here the people who live here promote art, culture and other activities. Religious towns are none other than towns where the shrines are in place, where people from different parts come to this place as a tourist as well as a pilgrimage and stay here for some time and also live here. Port towns are near the sea or the river, where port plays a very important role for natural harboring. Resort town is mostly attracted by the tourists who come here to visit all the places like places there, and also they enjoy for a longer time. Places like Switzerland, Ooty is the best example of resort town. Finally, we will move on to the residential town, where people come in here, pulling themselves in large, where they prefer to live in these residential towns to avoid the other activities happening here which would destroy their particular health as well as the other aspects. Now, If you see urban and rural, they are both interdependent. Any raw materials taken from here are sent to these towns for further aspects, and hence they both are interdependent. Thank you.